Hi, good morning and welcome to my Flosstube channel. My name's Natalie and this is Sew Stitch Sew Nat. You can find me on Instagram as sew_stitch sew. I always put it up because, yeah. How you all doing? It's been another 2 weeks and this channel is predominantly about cross stitch. Not much else going on today, but there is a lot of cross stitch. Things on the agenda. I still haven't heard from Lady Perfect 99, which was the winner of this with the flosses in the back. If you could contact me below, well, email address is below, or on Instagram, and I'll get that out to you. Other things are I completed Whip Go 2024, not Whip Go 24. What am I saying? I completed 24 hours cross stitch last weekend. Obviously a bit tired and confused today. And I've also worked on all my kits for All the Kits April sale, which is hosted by Bushing Pink Stitches. I've got some Flosstuber new to me's shout outs. A little bit of talk on Notion, because obviously that was part of my 24 hours of cross stitch, and my Instagram winner, which I realised I should have picked last week and hadn't, so I'll pick it on here and I'll post it on Instagram as well. So apologies for that, it's slightly delayed, but I did have I think it's 16 entries. I think I've just wrote the list down. Yeah, 16 entries, so I'll start with picking that. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 16.
Here's a number between 1 and 16. It's 8.
So that is Iving X Stitch, and I have met her in real life, and so that's all the list of everyone. Fiona, blanked there. So I'll get in touch with her and we'll get that sorted. So yeah, I've got notes. I think I need some notes today, obviously, to keep me on track. I have got plans, I have got haul, and I'm on a no buy. Yeah, this, apart from one delivery that's come in, this will be it for a while. Yeah, it's got a little bit out of control, I won't lie. So yeah, I'm on a no buy. So every time I think, oh, that looks pretty, no buy, no buy. So yeah, there'll be a bit less haul for a while. Not less stitching. I've got plenty to stitch. Plenty of things to stash that I can kit up myself, or things I've already kitted up to start. There's no danger for me running out of anything. And yeah, I haven't actually got all the charts into Notion yet, but I would say I've got stash beyond life expectancy, so stable. Anyway, I think I did hello and welcome to any new subscribers. Apologies if I didn't, the hello. Mama Loves You GB did an Instagram post of name your favourite UK Flosstuber shop. Was there something else? Etsy shop, that was it. And I picked up a couple that I've started watching. So Wolf Down a Rabbit Hole, I've just caught up with you, and I'm blanking on your name, and I'm really Jen, yeah. I was watching last night. Lots of things. She also got a Ko-fi, which I will investigate once I'm off my no buy. So yeah, I'll be stitching some things. She's in a coven with like Mad Morty and Crafty Rogue Gamer Georgie, and I think Rogue Mama Stitches in there as well. Sophie, she's another UK one, and I watched her couple of, well, while I was doing the 24 hours cross stitch. Yeah, lots of lovely patterns, things I want to stitch in there. And the Lancashire stitcher, shock horror. I've not really picked up on the Lancashire stitcher, so I've watched a couple of the more recent ones, but I haven't gone through the back catalogue. So yeah, I'm still working my way through my back catalogue of Arlene Cohen of Works by ABC, so I'll get there eventually. Yeah, I just wanted to, I might put a list of the UK Flosstubers that I watch in the description box below, and if you fancy checking anybody out, great. In terms of projects that I've worked on, let's get cracking. I just realised this is the only one I've not opened, so apologies. And this is Stitch Some Happy. I started with Sarah from Sew Me Sarah. I think she's finished hers. But this is where I'm up to on mine. And this is a 36 count country vintage mocha in the Cole 4 DMC. So I'm probably, what, halfway? Maybe? I'm going to work on it tonight anyway. Loving it. I've got, hopefully it'll fit. I'm looking at it now, but yeah, that's not going to fit unless it puffs out over the top. I'll have a play, if not it'll be a different finish. Right, seal that back up. Next is my long-term project. You've seen this, I think, nearly every video, which is my Erica Michaels sampler book. I'm a bit worried because that hasn't been called on Whip Go yet. I put Whip Go to stitch the cover, and I want to get it done while there's still a lot of light, really. But I'm quite happy with the ones that have been called this month. I'll come back to that. So last time I hadn't done the word under oblong dry stitch. I hadn't started P for periwinkle stitch. So I just absolutely love the detail on that. This has got fudging, it's been personalised. This is actually it all in the right place. Hey ho. Yeah, I'm still absolutely loving this. This is, I think this is flax 32 count linear. Because the other half of it, the bit that chopped off the top, I've used for Strawberry Fields, which you would have saw as a finish last time. So yeah, I've got to do the specialty stitch inside the pumpkins, pineapples, and the wording underneath. Like I say, it's a periwinkle stitch. Look at everything flying. So this is part of the April, all the kits April. So this is like one I bought off eBay. That's what it looks like when it's finished. And this is what it's looking like now. I chose not to use the kit Ada. So I've got a 25 count Nagana 2/2. So when you take that step back and he really comes into his own, but up close he looked quite, well, not quite blocky, but so I managed to get basically all of that done. We'll see, I've sort of left some threads dangling now. I'm not sure you can see the navy on black, but I mean, I'm getting down to, this was Confetti Hell and these are a bit more blocky colours, so I'm hoping I'll still get some more good progress on that. So when I do that, I sit here with my Lowry stand and got nice natural light from the window. So that was kit number 1 that I got out. Kit number 2 is Caterpillar cross stitch. Now I got this when it was a mystery sale, which is Hello Sunshine. So I've done Hello Deer, and I've got Hello Pumpkin and Hello Spring. I think that's right. I've done one of them anyway, and I've got the other 2 kitted up. And I haven't taken this off the hoop. And I've left threads hanging. Oh, we're having fun. I started working on the next section of this, which comes up here. It's on my whip go for a complete part. I think this was a 5-parter, but part 1 was quite heavy going. And this is on an 18 count Foba, 2/1. The stitches will slip if I'm not careful, so I sort of have to do all the way through and all the way back up. I can't go sort of not pull it all the way down to pull it through again. Oh. Looks like there's a pink mark on the wall, but I think it's on the screen of the camera. So yeah, and my plan is not to start another Hello until I finish the other Hello. Yeah, it's on its way. And I'm just keeping this in a bag I've made for myself. I need to get back to practicing making some bags, especially now that I'm on a no-buy as well. So yeah, don't look too closely, but it functions. It's just not 100% pretty. But I love the fabric, but I have got a little bit more left. Might be able to do something with that. I've made a grime guard with that fabric as well. So yeah, that's kit number 2. And then we're on to Home of the Needleworker sale, which is what the giveaway was, because I couldn't find my kitted up project and I wanted to start it with everybody else, so went and got some more. A little bit of a why there was a no buy, but anyway. Yes, it has been personalised. Intended, I'm not intended. And I've got so many hanging threads. What is going on? I don't know why that's... Yeah, I managed to get this out this weekend anyway. This is what mine looks like. Sorry about the crinkles, I only iron them when they're finished. So the bobbin, rather than doing cross stitch, I'm going to do a satin stitch in there. And then there's a space, yeah, between the E and the D. I've missed, there should be 2 spaces, not 1. So the whole thing's off by 1. Oops. And I realise there's a whole another square, because this is 2/2 on 32 count Lugana. No, is it Lugana? It's definitely 32 count platinum. It's an even weave with the Core 4 Classic Colourworks. But yeah, so something's off. So I'm trying to make it work that it doesn't look off. We'll see how we go. Because either way, it's going to be a lot of ripping out if I do go down that route, and I don't want to. So I'm doing my best to fudge and carry on. I so need to stitch that. Yeah, so many projects, so little time. And that's the one I tend to take to swimming on a Sunday when my kid goes. Next is number 3 in all the kits sale, which is the Aurora Cannon by Dimensions. This is on a or if it's 16 or 18. It doesn't say on the front. Looks like 16 to me. And this is 6 strands at the minute, half stitch. So I've basically done some more rows of just dark navy blue half stitches. So not much progress. And this is the one I'm doing for the leap day. The one for 4 years, but for dimensions. Is it leap year? Yeah, anyway. If I can remember, I'll put it down below or on the screen. Or both. And that's in like a big Amazon A3 pouch. That was number 3, wasn't it? So the next thing I worked on is my Stitch for Pride piece. I must confess I've not done the learning yet, so I need to get onto that. But I also realise I've made a boo-boo. So it's going to hurt, but it's going to have to come out. So this is the April bit, which I'll take it off the hoops. What's going on? I need to edge this fabric. It's a 32 count even weave antique white. That was January, February, March, and then April's down here. I realised last night when I was getting this side to line up that I'd made a mistake over here. There's a one square when there should be 2 squares. So now that whole thing is off by a square, which is fine, but it means that I can't fit what I need to down here being 1 stitch out, so it's got to come out. I mean, it is stitched 1 stitch at a time, so I can frog that bit and not have to frog all of that top line, but all the heart work that I've done is going to have to come out, which is a bit of a bummer, I'm not going to lie. And I also need to do my learning, so yes. And when I initially looked at the picture I did not realise what they were, but that's fine, I'm cool with it. I'll tell you more on that next time. And I'm stitching that in Cottage Garden Thread Geranium. If you're in the UK and want some Cottage Garden threads, they're available from Poppy Patch here in the UK. I always put them down below. I did a advent calendar with them last year, and no, I think last year was the first year I did it with them, with the Cottage Garden threads. I was also in the Cottage Garden Thread Club as well. Done 2 Christmas boxes with them, I can't remember. Next is my 324 start. So this is the upside down. This is a Nashville release this year. Sorry if you can see that. It's basically, I think it's a light bouncing off the car, which is then causing a pink mark on the wall, which I've just noticed. I was looking at it before, I think it was a mark on the camera, but it's then come down. It's yeah, it's just light reflecting. It looks like it's about to rain, so the sun will probably go in a minute. So yeah, this is 324, stitching all the full colour range of DMC, which is 324. Absolutely love it. Doing it on a 40 count Vidal antique white 2/1, because they're all cross stitches on that version. I am behind because I was missing a thread, so I didn't want to keep, because I've been taking photos every 7 days. I didn't want to carry on until I got the thread. I've now got the thread, which goes in that square there, and then I've got a stitch, so I'm almost a week behind. So yeah, I've got a pattern of fancy squares to do as opposed to the block squares. Whether I continue in this diagonal, I'm not sure. I kind of like the mixture of different squares. I also need to cut this massive piece of fabric and edge it, because it's very unwieldy. And in case you haven't seen Works by ABC's Instagram, she's going to release a second version, still with all the full colours, but with fancy stitches. I think she said there's 81 or 82, I think it's 81 different stitches. So you stitch it 4 times. But yeah, she's charting that at the minute, so I can't wait for that. I want to do that as well, but maybe finish this one first, which it's actually not that bad. If you do it once a day, it's fine. And enjoying the 40 count. So yeah. I might have bought some more 40 count. Most of the places sell it in white, apart from Megan, but I'll go into that later. Oh. It's getting a bit precarious because I've had some of the zips on. Oh, I need a drink. Oh, that's a bit lukewarm there. I can't remember if I showed this last time, or I think I've completed it since I last showed it to you, but I didn't make a note of when I've worked on it. And I know I didn't do it in one night. So this is what it looked like when it's done. This is embroidery for kids art. This is no longer available, unfortunately, and it was 4 Pokemon songs, 4 designs that make up the first few lines of the Pokemon song. So I've already completed Bulbasaur. I'm now on Charmander, and as you can tell, I've written the numbers on which order they come in, so that's the order I'm doing them in. They're all kitted up. They're all super easy in the sense that there's only like 3 colours in each. It's just the stitching on black, but stitching on black 18, I think it's 18 count. It's either 18 or 20, I think it's 18 though. This is where I'm up to. Yep, I've had to move the hoop because I have to finish his head. So I'm managing to keep myself on track with this. So basically my target is to stitch 443 stitches each month for 11 months, and then the idea is with the last month I FFO it and then hand it to my son for Christmas. The other one is up in his room and he loves it, so I don't think Pokemon's going to go away anytime soon. I think he's a lifer. And the other one's into Star Wars, and the husband's into Star Wars too, but the Star Wars thing is for my youngest. Next, see, I've got lots to show, so I've got a few more. Is a pattern that I'm stitching for someone that no longer stitches. They did hand it to me as a whip. I couldn't figure out what had gone on, but I ended up restarting. This is a 14 count Ada project. I don't know much about the company, but this was a kit and she got it. I am working in the dog's eye at the minute. Yeah. Now I found because it was super shiny paper, the pattern is really hard to work with. So what I've done is taken a picture of it and put it on GoodNotes, and I can blow it right up. And rather than using the highlighter function, I'm just using like a solid cover to go over it, because you wouldn't see the highlighter because it's like really dark brown. So you're trying to say, right, I've done that stitch, and it wouldn't go into Pattern Keeper. I didn't try and get it into Markup RXP, which I have got but I've not really used yet. So yeah, might try that with another pattern, see how I get on. And that lives in my canny little fox bag, which is a home case. Absolutely love her bags. Do I ever get a chance to get one? Not anymore. But yeah, anyway, no bye. Yeah, and if you like Sophie bags, she's on tonight, although by the time this video goes up it'll be too late. So I wish you luck if you're trying to get one. Yeah, so Sophie bags always does a Friday. I think Canny Little Fox does a Saturday, but I'm not entirely sure when the lineup is. So this one is Netflix and Stitch. My Whip Go goal was to finish a block. So rather than finish the block I was working on, I decided I wanted to do a whole block. They're actually not too bad. And I still haven't finished one of the other blocks. Two other blocks actually. So I did this one, which is Queen's Gambit. Oops. The other one that you can see at the end there is Orange is the New Black. So it's got a load of filling. Got to put the beds in. Well, finished putting the beds in and didn't do a load of block colour. I'm not worried about that one too much. This one I need to finish the Eiffel Tower. Possibly frog a couple of stitches out of here because I used the wrong red. And then so we're left with 5 of the squares. One of them is Lucifer. He's going to go there. Ginny and Georgia, which should be a quick one because it's basically, I think, the outline of Georgia and a bee, I think. And then I want to do Man vs Bee, but that'll be my own design. Breaking Bad, which I've bought a pattern of the, I want to say camper van, but I know that's not the right word. Like the big, not ATV. I can't think of the right word. I'm sure it'll come to me once I switch the camera off. And then Floor is Lava. I want to design something in there as well. Yeah, and then it will be complete. So that was a Sal, I want to say 2021. Maybe it was 22. And I didn't keep up with it. Partially because some of the things coming out I was like, which well, I've got some of my own in there. Or I've used, rather than the month selection, I've used one of the other months, so I've gone back. Next kit I worked on was Victorian Charm by Dimensions. You've all seen this. I think there's definitely, I'm not sure if it's a new Sal, I can't remember. But there are so many people stitching this. Oops, sorry. Oh, I think Lynsi from Blushing Peak Stitches is started it as well. I'm just trying to undo the bolts on my LBs. Ooh, this is getting harder to show. So I'd already done all of that. I've not done the bit at the top. It's showing a much brighter blue than it actually is. More of a navy. It's a navy 18 count. So I'd already done some, dropping everything. I'd already done some of that work there, but I've since, on the 24 hours of cross stitch, I've basically done from almost where that white line is down. It looks amazing. Originally I put finish a window as my whip go. Now I'm thinking maybe it should be time based, because I spent I don't know, 6 hours and 50 minutes doing all of that, but the bits that are around the windows are a bit more blocky, so it might be a bit quicker. But I want to try and work on this while, like I say, there's a lot more daylight around. So that's my goal, is to get my dark projects worked on. And then last pattern, no, that was a whip goal. Definitely got some more kits. So this one I bought as a pattern rather than as a kit, and it is Binking Death by Lynsi Farm. This is available on eBay. She has got a website as well. You can buy it as a kit or just a chart. The cover photo does not do it justice. I decided to stitch it on a 32 count summer cloud sky fabric flare. It's available from Lakeside Needlecrafts, and it's stitched with all the call for DMC. I went a bit ham on this. I spent 10 hours and 17 minutes. The Netflix and Stitch sale, I spent 5 hours, and the rest of the time was on Notion. I'll talk about Notion once I finish doing the whips. So yeah, all that. So basically it was just that, not even all of that dark bit, everything else is new. But yeah, I really got the bit between my teeth and I was off. I actually didn't want to put it down. So from there down, that's complete. So I've got more over here, here and up the top. But yeah. So this is a gift for the husband, and he did pick it and say, oh, I like that. So yeah. And yeah, choose the fabric as well. We wanted the horse to stand out a bit more, and white wouldn't have really done it. That's it for kits I've worked on. In terms of the Stitch All the Kits April, I haven't unzipped these. I also worked on, Dimension Cozy Cafe, which is this one, which is a sale being hosted by Hello from Liz Matthews. I did not follow the sale tasks, and mine looks like this. So I went all the way across the top. I'm now going all the way down the bottom. But yeah, this will definitely come out for Christmas in July. But for now it's tucked away unless the urge takes me. This one I'd probably like to get finished because it's not going to take too long to. That's clever. Sorry. I don't think it's going to take that long to stitch, but yeah, it will take quite a while to finish. So yeah, I've got the inside of that to do, and I've got to finish off the sides. But it's one strand on 18 count white Ada. Yeah. No, it was a full kit. I just didn't realise how diddy it was, but I'm up for it. I'm cool with it. It'll look cute when it's finished. Probably why I want to finish it actually. Yeah, my job after this is to go and sort out my bedroom / craft room. Yeah. Whenever I get tempted to buy something, no buy, go and look at your stash. My other kit that I've worked on, which I showed you last time, is Cherry Blossom Creek by Dimensions. I really want to grid it, but I haven't quite figured out a way. I bought a couple of pens, but they were like, it's wash out, but if you don't wash it out after 30 days it stains. I'm like, I don't want that. I can actually see where the marks. Yeah, I think I've gone round the outside. But anyway, we'll see. I'm not sure on that one. I think I do need some grids in there. I've made a working copy and I'm highlighting as I go on that one. Which tends to be my MO. If it's not a digital thing, I'll either colour it in with pencil or highlighter. Which isn't great when you've got an inkjet printer, but anyway. Yeah. The other one I have, I can't remember this is all of them, was Lolly by Luca S, which is my first Luca S kit. And I worked on this earlier in the month. There's no progress on this. And that's where I got to. I mean, he's almost Christmas, isn't he? With that big red scarf on. I'm trying to save the scarf for last. But I might have to cave so I don't make a counting mistake. The pattern is huge, which comes with its pluses and minuses, in the sense that it's just big squares. You can see it really clearly, but it's a big pattern. It doesn't. I've made a working copy and stuck it together. So normally it's not like one big sheet of paper. I'm getting glare off the car, which is why that red. Pardon me, sorry. Which is why that reflection's moving. Did I mention all the kits? Yeah. This is my planner thing. That's where I got to, so they've all got ticks on. I almost missed the Stitchy Day Wednesday. Put some stitches in sampler book. Yeah. So I've not missed a Stitchy Day yet. I think the only month I missed some days was that February. Yeah, February I missed 2 days. They're the only 2 days I've missed this year, which I think's cool. Makes my stitcher heart okay. Yeah, so I'll talk a little bit about Notion I think next. So this is an app. So Notion's an app, and then Stitchy Natty like developed a I want to say workbook, but I'm not sure that's quite the right project. So it's a bit like Excel, and someone's designed a spreadsheet for you. It's a bit like that concept, where it's like a database form, and you can get it as an app on your devices, or you can log into the website from a computer. I think I paid, I want to say it's about £10 or $10 on Gumroad. I haven't updated my picture, but yeah, so I'm making backups as I go, which is why I've got a V3. So you've got databases, all the different things. Sorry if this is glary. And if I click on projects and patterns, you can see the ones that I've got there. I've not put an image for every single, I've not put an image for every single one. Not every single one's got an icon either. Oh, because I'm in whips and finishes. So without adding everything in that I've got, I have way too many. I've not added my kitted up ones in there. So at the minute this is only showing 4 kitted up. 37 2 kit up. And 145 patterns in stash. Plus the ones I haven't put on there yet. Oops. So yeah, that's focusing my attention a lot. But I've still got a couple of new starts that I've just recently got and kitted up, so I think I knew I had quite a lot, and then when I started going through I was like, yeah, that's a little bit too much. And unfortunately quite a lot of them are PDF, so I can't sell them on, but I might look at having a destash at some point for some of the kits or the paper charts that I can sell on. So yeah, keep looking at Instagram, because I think I might do it on there. In terms of plans, which kind of a little bit sits in haul as well, I had this one anyway, so it's not haul. And I had every intention of stitching something out of it anyway, which Sally from Stitchy Sally wants to start as well. But I got this out also because Sally and Sarah, for their Fun for 50 sale, are going to do Maud's Strawberry out of this book. I'm going to swap the colours, so I need to kit it all up. I haven't kitted it up yet, but it's quite a small one to do. And then the one that Stitchy Sally wants to do is this one, and I'd like to do that too. I haven't found a box yet, but yeah, I think I'm just going to go for it. I've decided. I think I will keep it on the 32 count because the buttons, but my plan is it's a memorial piece basically. So my great aunt, I used to call her the button auntie, because I used to go around to her house and she had these massive tins of buttons, like all kinds of buttons. So it's a memorial to her, and I've got some of the buttons that she used to have buried somewhere, so what nicer way than to get them onto there. So yeah, so that's so Maud's Strawberry I was starting next month. I'm not sure when I'm doing the button box. I haven't kitted it up yet. No, I've got fabric on the way. That's the order from Lakeside. I want to use the gift card up I got for Christmas, because I only got a year on them, so yes, I know it's not even halfway through the year, but I didn't want to forget about it either. And so yeah, once I've got back, decide what I'm doing, whether I'm keeping the colours or doing my own thing. The other thing, she had like these big lavender bushes in her garden, and the smell just instantly reminds me of her. And I love lavender. I love the smell of lavender anyway. So this one you would have seen on a previous video. I think it might have been, yeah, I've mentioned it a couple of times now. But my plan is to start this. I'm going to use either the 32 count or the 40 count offcut. I need to measure. I chose to do this in the Valdani threads rather than, I did look at the Roxy Fosclo. I was like, oh, that's quite expensive. So they're the two I've chosen. I did order, there's a crinkle. I did order, this is called Old Gold. Rusty gold. But to me, I think it is picking up on camera the same way. It's very orange. It's more like a pumpkin orange. So it's not sitting very well with these two. And my plan is to sub in a DMC. Just for the, so it goes all the way around the edge. So that's my plan on that. The two Valdani ones that I got are Blue Suave and Darkened Blue. And you can see there's quite a bit of variegation on there. I don't know what they're like to stitch with. This is my first time using them. I'd say they look slightly more matte than DMC. But they're also 10 yards, so that's about 9 meters. It's slightly longer as well. And they were from Poppy Patch as well. And came like this. I also picked up that one because it just looked like fun. I'll take it out. I will use the orange for something. Yeah, this one because it looked like fun, like all the spring colours. Which is called, it's just called Pastels. And this is Primitive Blue. And I thought this would look amazing. For the Americana Blue. Can't remember the name or who it's by. So yeah, the handy thing about Notion is you can just search you can search all your I think it's called Americana Blue. Yeah, Americana Blue by October Fibre House. Yeah, so I've literally, I've not got a picture on there at the minute. So I can put like start date, finish date, you can put how many stitches you've done, how many times you've worked on it. It's endless. All the beads you've got, all the threads you've got. Yeah, just depends how much stash you've got and how much time you've got. Because I've got a lot of stash and not much time, so I'm pacing myself. So I've got a pile of stuff to still put on, and stuff that I know I've not put on there yet. I am trying to put my finishes on there as well, just to remind me, oh yeah, I've finished that. So that is one plan, and that I want to start in May. I think it will be the second week in May. And then the project that I've got kitted up, which I've now lost. That's a good start. Here it is. It's Arctic Blast by Cowlin Manning. Now this is a freebie. or at least what it was when I got it at Christmas, I must say. This is the one. I'm doing mine on 16 count white Ada, but the easy guide stuff. With all the call for DMC, and why have I got 2 pairs of scissors in here? I'll never know. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous colourway. So like pale blue, purple, pastel green, off whites and greys. Not sure how well that's coming through, but yeah. So I'll start that. I think I'm going to start on the 1st of May, but that's a Wednesday. And Wednesdays are a bit hectic in our house, so it might have to wait till the following day, we'll see. But I'd already kitted that one up. That's been kitted since about my birthday, I think. Maybe just after Christmas. So I'm properly going to move into haul now. So if you don't want to stick around for that, thank you. Hopefully see you next time. If you are going to stick around for that, yeah. Hopefully this will be my last bit of haul. I say hopefully. Yeah. No bye. So I saw Nicola from Bumble Stitches was having a D-stash. I wanted to try out Nerge for quite a while. So she was destashing a Nerge number 3. My intention is to use that on, I just realised I forgot to mention the plan start that I've got that I need to finish sorting out, but stuff's in haul. I'm going to use that on my North America stitch along with Caterpillar cross stitch. And I also grabbed her copy of Heartstring Sampery, My Necessity. So yeah, looking forward to that. No, it's not on Notion yet. Yeah, right. I put an order in with 123 Stitch because I wanted to get my hands on a chart. I couldn't get it anywhere here. And I'm going to be stitching this with Flossy Sews and Grows with Thy Hands by Teresa Koga. I'm going to stitch this on a 40 count country vintage mocha, and if you want to see what that looks like, go and check out Stitchy Sally's Flosstube, because yeah, that's what made me do it. Yeah, looking forward to doing that. It's a bit of a biggie, but we'll get there. And because no chart can travel alone, I bought the 5th in the Fabulous Houses. So I've got the Hobbit house, and I've been eyeing these up. So Erin Elizabeth Designs, I got the baking tier as the postman walks past the window. And the stitchy tier, sorry. I haven't got any sort of planned start dates on that. But yeah, that I've got fabric, I've got all the DMC, it'll be fine. Yeah, light taupe. So I've got a load of taupe fabric from stitching Grishetta Go-Go patterns, either that or I use a country vintage mocha. I think taupe will look good. So we're planning on starting that on the 27th of May. If I've got that wrong, I'll put it on here. Was it the 27th of May? It's definitely towards the end of May. So this is my fabric for that. Because I wanted to pick up a piece to see what it's like to stitch on for the cottage garden somethings houses. So this is my piece of water count that I'll be using for With Thy Hands. I need to do the edges though. And I also picked up a piece of pearl grey Newcastle linen. They're both Newcastle linen. This one's pearl grey, the other's country vintage mocha. So I want to see what how the house might look on there. I'm not going to stitch a house, I'll stitch something else on there. But I just want to see what it's like to stitch on before I go full pelt and buy a massive piece. Which will be a plan for next year. Definitely not anytime soon. I'm not sure if I'll do a house a month though either. Might be a slightly longer project than that. Then so I decided that I really want to do the North America stitch along with Caterpillar cross stitch. I chose the PDF option mainly because they don't offer a 32 count even weave. I think the one they've got is a 28 count even weave, and I didn't want to stitch on either. So I have bought this massive piece, which is going to do at least 4 projects of light blue even weave 32 count Murano. And so this is going to be used for the North America stitch along, the British Isles, and the Adventure at Weights. Adventure at Weights was kitted up. It was kitted up with a different fabric. I've since said I've chosen to do them all in the same fabric, and I already have. I haven't pulled the threads together for the North America stitch along, but I have got all the threads for the Adventure at Weights one when that was out. So the two charts that I actually purchased were the stitch along and the British Isles PDF. So yeah, I need to get that cut up and ready to go. So I bought that from Stitchtastic. Now, if you buy DMC or Zweigart fabric, you get 10% off your DMC. And the DMC on there is 89p a skein. So when you do that, it becomes 71p a skein. So I bought all the threads for With Thy Hands, apart from the black, I think it was. And the one thread that I need for my 324. So that's ready to go. And then, yeah, went a bit headlong in this one. So, Coffee Crest Fabrics had a Super Fabric Sunday of the week. I've not taken these out of the packaging completely yet, so there will be some crinkling. I got 2 pieces of 28 count even weave and 2 pieces of 40 count Vidal. So it's not like a linear, it's a bit more even. But when you buy from other places, it's mainly white that you get it in. Let me just open this up. Yeah, so this is, like I say, 20 count even weave. Oh, yeah, I think it's getting blown out a little bit. But it's like this aqua green colour. There's a fair amount of mottle in it. Can't get it to... Yeah, it's blown it out quite a lot. Like I say, this is a 28 count. The other 28 count I got I didn't get any opal this time. It's gorgeous pink colour, and it is pink. I see it's probably a little bit purple in the camera, from what I can see on the viewfinder anyway. I already have ideas for this, so I couldn't resist. So Hot Cocoa, I can't remember who that's by, and the Licorice All Sorts, which I think, I want to say is Ink Circles, but Hot Cocoa I've already got in my stash. And these fabrics come serged. There is a white art base. And then this is the 40 count even weave of a dowel. That's it. Shit. Pretty much true to colour. Maybe blowing it out a little bit. But yeah, love that. Not got any plans yet. I'm sure it will find something. And it feels just as soft as the stuff that hasn't been dyed as well. And then, yeah, this is the last one. So I bought 4 pieces. This lovely bluey, it's quite dark in the middle. So yeah. Not sure what I'm going to stitch on this yet. But I was obviously feeling a very pastel-y spring mood. Was this all last weekend? No, I bought the Vader thread the weekend before. Not quite all last weekend. But yeah, they're all pastels. Absolutely screaming. So very happy with that. Like I say, I'm definitely going to use the pink. The others will go into stash for the time being, but will get used on something. Can't do anything with beads though on the 40 count because they won't fit. So I just need to bear that in mind. I'm saying a lot and I don't mean to. Yes, I've got 4 starts that I'm planning for May. So I've got 4 starts that I'm planning for May. So with Thy Hands, the Carolyn Manning, the Modern Folk Embroidery Nightingale Song, and more Strawberry. So yeah, 4 is plenty. I also want to try and finish off some of the smaller projects, all those that are closer to a finish. So my whip go calls for May are the line which in the wardrobe to finish a part. I'm feeling like I want to finish the whole thing, but we'll see. If I at least get the part done, I'm happy. And the other one was to work on my wedding anniversary present, so I'm quite happy with both of those. One I need to work on, the other one's been calling my name anyway, so hopefully that will all get done. I still have some left over. The jingle ball is still left over. I haven't quite finished the amount I wanted to do on Victorian Charm. I feel like there's something else, but looking at the list, I've done the rest. Yeah, no, I think it's just, yeah, when I get to May I've got 4 things to do. Oh, Evening in the Park. I want to finish that part on Evening in the Park, which I would do today, but I wanted to go and do some sorting instead. As well as, you can see it, sort that back out and put it away. In terms of life, pretty much same old. So yeah, have I done anything apart from 24 hours of cross stitch besides the usual work, scouting, more work, trying to sort out the house? Not really. Thinking about holiday. Maybe I'm just longing for a holiday, but yeah. Stupid itchy nose. Oh, my son injured himself. How did I forget that? Tripped over his school bag. So he's had his shoulder in a sling for a week, and now he's starting to move around more and do his exercises. Or at least he tells me he's doing his exercises. Yeah, he's nearly 12, so trying to find the balance between, yeah. That's it really, nothing else to report. Thank you, hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye for now.